Y'all, you know what it is. It's them kids and wives and 925s, but we are still married to the game. 059. How y'all feeling out there? Hope you are doing well. Happy Halloween. It's your boy Gabe Patillo with Tim Router and Timothy Hall, of course. And as always, we are talking games and life and games. And we are happy to be here. It is Halloween by the time you guys are hearing this, and that's very, very cool and spooky, and we're loving life. It's almost November. It's almost that time. The big buildup and the wait is almost over. The consoles are coming out, so we are excited about that. Tim Router.
Nice. Happy Halloween, everybody. I love this time of year.
You're a vampire with a cold.
That's right. Vampire with allergies, a cough, and a cold.
Yeah, he's not sneaking up on nobody.
No, I'm not, because you can hear me wheezing from a mile away. It's like,
yeah, he doesn't like crosses, onion, garlic, or pollen.
Yes, exactly.
Pollen.
It's the pollen that's the real killer. I just burst into ashes.
He's like, oh, I could walk around in the daytime. It's just that's when the pollen's out. That's why I don't like the daytime.
Yeah, man, when that ragweed hits, I just burst. It's all good.
Nice.
Man, I'm doing good. We are having a little Halloween get together, like we always do every year. We put a fire pit out in the middle of our driveway and just have a bunch of chairs, and we invite our friends over and have some food, and then the kids just come up and trick or treat. We're going to try and get Piper out to trick or treat to a few of our neighbors in the area.
Nice.
She absolutely hates her costume because every time we put it on, she just freaks out. She doesn't like, I guess she's a cat this year, so it's like the Pottery Barn Kids one where it's like that half sleeve and you zip her up, and so she's got that part, and good luck trying to get the actual ears and everything on her head, because she just, anything on her head, she immediately just rips off. So it'll be interesting.
Oh, we did Pottery Barn Kids too this year.
Yep. So it'll be interesting to see if she actually sticks to it, but I don't know. We'll see. It's still fun. I love it, and it's fun seeing all the kids dress up. And this past weekend was Pumpkin Fest in downtown Franklin. So all of the Franklin merchants, and my wife's store included, we always get some candy, and the kids dress up, and we've already kind of had a mini trick or treat already, because they come into the store, and there were some good costumes this year. So yeah, it was.
What'd you see?
I saw a lot of Duck Dynasty costumes, which was actually really funny with
I bet
the beard and the headband.
Beards.
Yeah, there was I saw a Mario and a Mario dad, I think, somewhere.
Good dad.
So I was like, oh, good dad. But I saw him I was going to go up and shake his hand, but I
you didn't want to be creepy.
Yeah, I didn't want to be like, hey.
You're going to go up and whisper in his ear like, your princess is in another castle.
Exactly.
I didn't want my ear. Are you kidding me? Coming.
I didn't want to be that guy. But so we are preparing to go to Disney. We had delayed our 15-year anniversary vacation and also decided to bring Piper along. And Lauren and I were like, why don't we just go to Disney, just the three of us? It'll be fun. And, man, I think this is going to be like the third time this year that we've gone already, because my parents
I'm about to say, you guys have been doing a bunch of Disney.
Yeah, and before we had Piper, like the last time we went was like 5 years ago. So it's so much fun now that she's older to watch her run around and just be amazed at everything, and it's a good time. So I'm excited for it. I think we're gonna have a good time. It's a 4-night trip, so it won't be. I think that's a perfect amount of time, and we can just do. We've done everything before, so it's just we're gonna do whatever we want to do, and Piper can kind of run around and do what she wants to do, and it'll be great.
Yeah, you won't have to rush.
That's there's no rush, and so we just pick, wherever the spirit leads, we will go. Wherever that Disney spirit leads, and so
wherever you can spend some money is where that spirit's going.
No kidding. They make it really easy to kind of book everything. Like I did everything online through their site. You can get airfare and everything through there. And and of course, if you try and call reservations, they're just super helpful, and they'll hook you up. So it was good. So that's what we got coming up this weekend. And then as far as gaming goes, I feel like the past couple of weeks, I've been feeling good about my gaming, man. I've kind of been a beast.
You have been killing it.
Knocking some stuff out. So it's been good. Like, I said, screw it. I'm getting up early. I want to get some gaming on. And it's been awesome. So I finished. So Mass Effect 2 was done. The Wolf Among Us was done. I just finished Dead Space. I did Dead Space in 6 days, which was awesome.
That's crazy.
So thank you everybody for your recommendations on that, because everybody was saying, yeah, you should be able to do Dead Space within a week, and you are absolutely right. So it was nice to actually complete that series, because I started with Dead Space 2. That was the first Dead Space I ever played. So I did 2, then 3, and so I wanted to go back and do the original, and it was really good. It's all those games are super scary, and they're really good. It just, there's a lot of surprises that make you kind of jump a little. So Gabe, don't ever play that game.
I know, you ain't got to worry about me playing.
But that's
definitely not happening.
But I said it last podcast. It's still, for a 2008 game, it looked really good. It was really clean. I didn't have any real major frame rate jumps or anything. It ran really smooth. And the graphics,
a lot of those old games run really well just because they weren't throwing a lot of crap in them like they are now, like environmental stuff.
Yeah, it's really streamlined. And plus, like with Dead Space, you're in a ship most of the time. I know in 3, you're on a planet and that kind of stuff. So yeah, the graphics can be fairly easy, and the backgrounds can be fairly easy and less complex, which takes up less CPU. So yeah, really great game. And so I finished that on Sunday, actually, and then yesterday was Tuesday, which was the 29th, and that was Assassin's Creed 4 day. So I picked up my pre-order, and I played a little bit this morning, and really didn't get too far, but so far so good. I mean, it's cool. Like, they don't even go into any Animus stuff. Boom, you go right into it.
That's what I'm talking about.
So that was perfect. No Desmond, no nothing, because I could care less about those segments anyway.
You can't stand Desmond.
Yeah, I really. Did I ever tell you, like, I didn't even finish the Desmond section in Assassin's Creed 3? Like, once everything was done with Connor, I just stopped. I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I don't need to go any further.
Yeah,
that's the end of the game.
That's the end of the game for me. I didn't even get to the credits. I didn't complete it because I didn't deal with the whole Desmond thing. So.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, I'm excited to get into this game. The controls are a lot the same, which is nice. The interface looks good. The graphics look good. So I got the PS3 version, clearly, just because.
You have a PS3.
That's all I got. So yeah.
Did the PS4 fall off the truck? Did you get that version?
No, not yet.
Seriously,
man. I'm not that well connected.
I know.
So yeah, it was it's good. I'm really excited to get it in there. Also was able to pick up Mass Effect 3 too when I was at Best Buy.
Now.
It was there for $17.99. So I'm like, yeah, I'll take that. And I ended up. Tell me if I made a mistake, but I went ahead and I did get one DLC package, because I know there's Leviathan and From Ashes, and I got the From Ashes one. Is that the one I should have gotten?
I think that's the one everybody said to get. I don't remember.
I could almost swear that that's the one that people were like, if you were upset with the original ending, you do that one. But I heard like Leviathan was good too, but I went ahead and got the DLC for that, so I have the code for that. So probably after Assassin's Creed 4, I will go back to that, because I'm kind of hooked on that series too.
I think that with the new ending DLC, didn't they give that away for free? Was that something that you found for free?
I guess if you purchase the game.
Oh.
So they had the trilogy for, what was it, $29 or something?
That sounds about right.
But yeah, I already had Mass Effect 2, and everybody's saying you don't have to really play the first one, but I don't know. We'll see. I may eventually go back to the original one, but I've done 2. I want to do 3. And that, my friends, is the router wrap up for gaming for me.
Boom. Hall.
After we talked on Tuesday last week, I finished The Wolf Among Us. So
yes.
I think when I had talked last week, I was probably on the last 30 minutes of it or so. Mm-hmm. You guys play through those games really quick if you said that the first episode was like an hour. It must have just felt
is it longer
like
than that, eh?
Yeah, I think it's like 2 hours.
I haven't got it yet. I haven't played it. I've only played the demo.
Tim texted me and he was like, "Oh, it's only an hour," and I was like,
That's what I've been hearing.
Yeah, I think I may have made a mistake on that in calculation because I can't remember if I think I did ended up splitting it up in 2 days. So I probably played the first hour and then the last. So that's why it seemed a lot quicker.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice though that it's that long because I don't remember the Walking Dead first. I mean, thing being that long.
It feels really good. Like when you're at the end, you're like, oh, that's the end. Like you're so engrossed in the story anyway, though, that like it's perfect, man. I can't wait. Gabe, you have to play it. I can't wait.
No, I can't wait to play it.
Yeah, it's probably that it seems shorter because it's engaging the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gabe, you'll I mean, it's just like The Walking Dead where you're kind of hooked in and you don't even realize how much time you're playing it. Like I think I was playing the last bit of it and didn't even realize like an hour had passed. So
oh wow.
Yeah, it's really awesome.
So
I will say it ends on like a big cliffhanger, so I can't wait for episode 2.
Right? So do you think it's as good as Walking Dead, better than Walking Dead, not as good?
What are you early to call?
I just want to say it's different. Like they're allowed to play with things more because it's not real life.
Yeah.
The Walking Dead is supposed to be, a real version of America. Yeah, exactly. So they can't go too far outside of what is real.
Yeah.
But with Fables, I mean, they can do pretty much anything, and there's all kinds of cool stuff that happens. So I really recommend the game if you like The Walking Dead, and who knows, you may like this more. It just depends on what kind of games you like to play. I think I like The Walking Dead so much just because I like that universe. So I thought it was really cool.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to play it. I need to.
Yeah,
it needs to just come on to Vita. That's what I'm waiting for, is for it to come to Vita.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's coming. So I don't know when. Speaking of, well, actually, I'll save that for news. Over the weekend, I got to watch my nephew, and he was when he came over. I think it was kind of late. We just played with him for about an hour, and then we put him to bed. And I
was about to say, only people with kids say that they got to watch somebody.
Yeah.
Now that we have kids, I'm like, oh, me and Jenny had to watch such and such as kids.
Oh yeah, nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it was my brother-in-law's birthday, and my sister wanted to take him out, so they brought my nephew over, and like I said, we just played with him a little bit, put him to bed, and then I started playing some Magic on the Xbox when they got back.
Look at that.
So we're all kind of sitting in the living room. I'm looking for a game to play while we're talking, and I just played Magic on the Xbox. Still fun, so...
yeah, you said you liked it on the console.
Yeah, I really like it on the console. I don't like it I downloaded it for the iPad, and it's a little janky. Like it's a slower frame rate, and it just does some weird stuff. It just feels a lot better on a console to me. So
interesting, yeah.
I don't like that they do those yearly updates now, so you got to just buy it every year. That's kind of dumb.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Let's see. Oh, the rest of the stuff I've got is news. I picked up a couple of things at the flea market this weekend.
Yeah, you did. Yes. I saw the picture.
Yes, you did.
Picked up another Game Boy Pocket and a couple of games, Link's Awakening and Final Fantasy Legend 3. Always fun to go back and play old games, and I'm not like one of those guys that likes to go back and play the emulators. I actually like to just have the game. Mm-hmm. So when I see them, I just pick them up.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Somebody had asked me on Twitter too. Like they were like, "Oh, do you?" I think they said that they were thinking about getting the original Game Boy Pocket. Yeah, and they were kind of getting a recommendation, and I said, just go for the Game Boy Light. If you haven't heard of the Game Boy Light, it was like a special edition of the Game Boy Pocket, and it had a green backlight, and it was amazing. So
I remember that. Yeah,
very, very rare. So you'll probably, if you want to get one. Are they rare? Oh, they're extremely rare. If you want to get one, you'll probably pay about $100, but it's totally worth it. So
wow, I had no idea they were.
If you want the original, I mean, you can get a Game Boy Advance for less than that, but
well, yeah, sure.
Yeah, it just depends on what you want to play.
Cool, man.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
that sounds like a good week.
Yeah, going going back and playing some of those old games. I love just going back and experiencing those games that I played when I was younger. So, and I always tell my wife when we go out and shop for that kind of stuff, I'm like, if I could go back and tell my 10, 12, 14-year-old self to just keep all this stuff,
I know,
I would have.
Trust me, I'm the same exact way. I'm like, why did I throw all this stuff away that I had?
You threw it away?
I mean, I don't know that I threw it, but like, I remember my PlayStation had gotten to the point where I had to flip it upside down to play it and stuff like that.
Nice.
So when the PS2 came out and it was backwards compatible, I got rid of that crap. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you remember that haul at all? Like, they said on the PS1 when it would have like a hard time reading discs, they were like, just flip it over. And it worked like a charm. And so, I remember my PlayStation being to that point where I was like, okay, this is ridiculous.
I gotta say, like, it's always so funny because I hear from people all these tricks they had to do and stuff. Like, and I've just never had a console ever do stuff like that. Yeah, never.
Oh, gosh.
Absolutely. Well, except for the 360, but that was everybody.
Somebody
that doesn't count.
Somebody knock on wood for Hall somewhere. I got
my
crazy.
My Super Nintendo when I was young, it traveled down a flight of stairs. I don't remember how. But
that's weird.
Oh my gosh, that thing got so beat up and it still played perfectly.
That's crazy.
With all the cheap plastics that all the companies use now, if you did that now, it'd probably shatter in a million pieces.
Oh, it would. It would. There's no doubt.
They don't make them like they used to.
That's right. Dag nabbit. All right, Mr. Patilla, talk to us, man.
What it do, Gabe?
Oh, Rayman Origins. Or Oranges.
Oranges.
Did you say Rayman or Batman?
I know.
Everybody loves Rayman.
I should be saying Batman Oranges. I wish. But Rayman Oranges on the Vita.
Oh, nice.
The crap out of that thing.
Nice.
The crap out of it. Like, and I haven't played a platformer in so long. I forgot how easy those are to just pick up and play. No story, just levels. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the Vita is perfect for a platformer like that. And so I just been playing the mess out of that thing. And,
that's awesome, man.
Yeah, enjoying the Vita still because of it, and sold all the games for it, so it made the cost to me for the Vita like $70 or
that's
$75.
That's cool. So
exactly. So now I really want to sell it because I'm cheap. I'm like, man, shoot, I could make a bunch. I could make $50 on this thing.
That's hilarious.
I'm not gonna.
No, you better not.
Yeah, exactly.
Shoot, man, you've been talking about it too much, and then you're going to sell it. You know how many people would storm your house, be like, "Dude, what are you doing?"
Exactly. Pitchforks and
that's right.
Outside shovels. There's always that guy when they go get the the monster in the town. There's always a guy in the back with a shovel, like, yeah, get him. You're like, what are you gonna do with that?
I'm gonna shovel you to death.
You guys go get him. I'm gonna dig this hole real quick and then lead him back this way.
And push
like,
him in
Carl, go home, Carl. He's like, okay.
Thanks for the idea. That's a pretty easy Halloween costume.
There you go.
Get a shovel.
Exactly. You just carry around a shovel. They're like, who are you? You're like, I'm Carl in the back.
I'm Carl, the riot bearing shoveler.
You know, Carl's a guy who's just waiting for a fight. He's like, oh, finally.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, here I come, guys. Here I come. Poor Carl.
He's got his shovel hanging up by the door.
Yeah,
right.
and then because he got teased about the shovel so much, he's the guy that overcompensates and goes and gets a shotgun. And everybody's like, "Hey, whoa, Carl, we're just trying to run this guy out of town." He's like, "No, let's do this thing." You're like, why don't you get your shovel, bud?
Yeah.
You're like, well, because everybody made fun of the shovel. Yeah, go get it. Okay,
that's a story right there.
Yeah, I think we just created a character.
That's a story within a story.
I love it. So yeah, I've been playing a lot of Rayman. Also picked up Hotline Miami,
Nice,
of course, because
yeah.
it was free.
Free right now.
And played that on the Vita a little bit. And I get it. I think it's real different. It's very it's just interesting. I think I like it.
People
though.
love that
I played
game.
it really late at night. Yeah, so it is really cool. Fun. It was Jenny's 10-year reunion this year for her high school. She graduated in 2003. So it's 2013. And
God,
people, because of Facebook and stuff, I think nobody cares about reunions anymore, because she had like this full high school reunion and the whole thing got canceled. So her and like a couple of her friends, like 4 or 5 of her friends, were like, you know what, let's still get together though and see each other and see each other's families. So it was kind of cool. So her and like her best friends from high school all got together. Everybody's married. Everybody's got kids. So it was kind of just cool. I'm a people watcher anyway. So it was kind of cool just to be around them and watch them be back together, after so long of, so
that's
cool.
2003. Good Lord.
I know. Ryder, what were you doing in 2003? Not graduating.
2003. Good Lord. No, I was working. I was out of college.
That's awesome.
I was out of college and I was already married 3-4 years. What? Right? Yeah.
I think you're a solid 10 years older than Jenny.
I was married 5 years at the time.
Because you're right there.
Oh,
I think.
yeah.
She's 20. She just turned 28.
I'm 38.
Yeah. Perfect. 10 years.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just go get my Metamucil in my freaking wheelchair now.
Oh, shoot. So yeah,
whatever. I'm still a man child. I love video games.
Exactly. Young at heart. That's all that matters.
Hey, I'm glad that
That's
they were
right.
able to get it together, because when I was graduating, I think, like, I graduated a year after her, so MySpace was like just coming,
Right.
and even before that came out, we were like, I ain't coming back for no reunion.
I hate this place.
Forget this.
I got an email from somebody too about like I think it was my 15 year, something like that, and I'm like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good.
Appreciate it though.
Yep, appreciate it, but that's it. I'm good.
Besides the fact that like a bunch of people on high school just came and found me on Facebook. Well, no, they came and found me on like MySpace.
Oh, they
I was
creeped
just
you.
like,
Yeah, it's all right.
we don't need a reunion. I already know you have 3 kids. We don't need a reunion.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
you had
true,
3 kids before we got out of high school.
That's a good point. Like, you don't necessarily need a reunion. You just go on Facebook and see everybody's kids and how fat they got. That's all.
Facebook's ruined.
Oh my gosh.
Facebook's ruined reunions.
It really has.
Yeah.
Everybody gets fat.
Yeah, it's funny.
So that was me.
That's
I'm all
awesome.
done. Let's keep it moving. Let's do the charts router.
Yeah, we do new releases first, homie. Come on.
Oh yeah, whichever.
Yeah, whatever. It's all good. All right, let's do
You
some
know
new
what to
release.
do. That's why you do
right.
it.
That's right. I got it. That's
I'd be like,
cute.
all right, questions for the week. Maybe everyone's like, whoa, we haven't done the podcast yet.
Bring it back, brother. Bring it back. No, it's good. All right, new releases for this week, October 27th. There's a couple 4s. We got Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag for all consoles. We have Battlefield 4 is out and about for the PC. Right. And I think for everything
Xbox
else too, right?
PS3.
Yeah, everybody.
And it came out on sale.
Yeah, I saw
time.
that tweet. That was awesome.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That's actually
Newegg,
really
$43.
really smart.
Yeah, $43 on Newegg. We have it on our Twitter.
That's great. A couple other ones, WWE 2K14.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
I know, right?
I'm just
Are
kidding.
you being serious?
No, I'm not.
No.
Do you get to play as Mankind?
Hopefully, I don't know. I've never played. I've never played any of those games,
Yeah, neither
but
have
they
I.
come out every year. So
Yep.
they've
I
got a
haven't
fan base.
seen wrestling since like 2000.
There you go.
maybe?
Yeah, whenever Sting was doing his thing, that's when I was watching.
Yeah, exactly.
When he was dressed up in the...
WCW is long gone.
Dude, I used to watch it like the freaking Antidote was in it. Like, I watched so much wrestling back in the day.
That's hilarious.
I watched a lot, too, up until I was 14, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
Good stuff. Angry Birds Star Wars is coming out for all consoles.
That's right. I saw that.
Rayblade Evolution for the 3DS.
Nice.
Castlevania Lords of Shadow Mirror of Fate HD for the PS3.
You talk about a game that's been around forever.
Yeah, right?
Castlevania, I mean, that's NES, isn't it, Hall?
Yep.
Golly.
That was a 87, was it?
That game's been around for a
time.
long... For not being one of the bigger games, for not being Mario or Sonic, Castlevania's been around for a long time.
Is it like the redheaded stepchild where it was never that popular, but it just keeps going on, and then, always gets schooled by all these other classic games?
No, I remember it being pretty popular.
Yeah, it's only lessened in popularity. Like, it was really popular. And then,
yeah. Well, it was really popular at the beginning, and then when Symphony of the Night came out for PlayStation, that was like the must-buy game for PS1.
Really?
Weird.
That's cool. Let's see. A couple other games coming up. We got a racing game coming out, F1 2013 for Xbox 360 and PS3. Man, I'm seeing racing games everywhere now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's crazy. And it always happens when a next-gen console comes out, just because they love pushing those graphics.
Sure do.
Monster High, 13 Wishes for the Wii U. Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures for the Xbox 360. Sonic Lost World.
I might actually have to look into that.
Yeah, those games are so fun.
And then The Dark Eye, Demonicon for PS3 and Xbox 360.
Nice.
I mean, everybody else, if you're like a distributor and you see that Assassin's Creed 4 and Battlefield 4 are coming out, why don't you just be like, forget it, we'll wait till next week.
Yeah, we'll get them next month.
There's just 0 point in even bothering putting something out. But hey, not everybody, I guess, loves any of these types of games.
Exactly. Not everybody are AAA guys.
Those aren't like first week purchases. Those are probably purchases that parents will make towards the end of the year.
Yeah, you're right.
Right before Christmas.
Yep. So that's new releases. Let's get into some top-selling games for the week ending October 19th. We start with number 10. We have a bit of a slip. Minecraft is number 10 for the Xbox 360.
Watch yourself, Minecraft.
Could this be the last week that I actually say Minecraft in the top 10 charts?
No,
gosh, I hope
you
so.
won't say it. You won't say it for like 2 weeks, and then the PS4 will come out, and it'll be back on there. Yeah.
You're right.
That's right.
Number 9, Skylanders Swap Force on the PS3. That was nice. That's when they debuted. Number 8, a little bit of a slip too. Beyond Two Souls slipped down. Only did about 46,000 units.
That's all right, Ellen.
For the PS3. So yeah,
I'm just glad to see it still on there.
Me too.
Yeah, no, it's good. Cool. Number 7 and number 6 were NBA 2K14 for PS3 and Xbox 360. Number 5 and number 4. Number 5 was Skylanders Swap Force for the Xbox 360. Number 4 was Skylanders for the Wii. So big ups to Nintendo for getting that game in there.
Sweet.
Number 3, GTA 5 for the PS3. Number 2, GTA 5 for the Xbox 360.
Shut up, Pokemon again.
Number 1, the second week in a row, Pokemon XY on 3DS, 635,000 units.
Pikachu.
Squirtle.
That's it. That's all you can say. Pikachu. So, way to go, Pokemon. That was like
the ultimate dork thing that me and you both did. Both did freaking Pokemon noise.
You know what's funny is before you even said that, I was planning on mentioning one of them. So that was perfect.
Oh,
nice.
Gosh, that's funny.
There you have it. There are your charts.
Gabe, do you remember those first Pokemon games at all?
I
the
do.
Game Boy ones.
And I remember, and how just one color. Just little black ones, and it looked like you were just a head with a hat walking around.
Yeah.
I do, and I don't know why something about it always came across really kiddie to me. And so I think at that time I was like, nah, man, I'm grown, which, I wasn't, but, I was like, I don't play that kind of stuff. That's for kids. And at the time too, I don't think I was playing a lot of handheld stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I was kind of, I was going to say, I showed up to school one day and like we traded them or something like one time and everybody was like, oh, you got to be kidding me. I was like, it's a fun game.
Nice.
I will say when I got it when I was young, I think I got like the blue version or something. They came out with a yellow version later because it was Game Boy, so like none of the animals talked or anything.
Right.
And they came out with the yellow version and they tried to make Pikachu talk. And he was like, Pikachu. It sounded so bad.
That is awesome.
Oh,
that's really funny.
It's just like Ghostbusters on the NES when they tried to make it say Ghostbusters. It was like, it was so bad.
That's what I always thought about when I think of bad talking. I always think of Little Mario on Punch Out, Mike Tyson's Punch Out, because they wanted him to say TKO, but he couldn't say TKO, so it was like, and then your guy in the corner be like, as the words just came across. Oh gosh,
that's a lot better than trying to simulate a voice.
It really is, especially for back then.
Ugh.
Good times, good times.
Yeah, it is. Hall,
yes,
break us off with a little something.
Well, over the weekend, we had something kind of smash. So on the weekend, I was working on some forum stuff, and this story came up about the Xbox One Call of Duty Ghosts being 720p.
That and Battlefield, right?
Yes, I believe so. I don't know if Battlefield's been confirmed yet, but...
Yeah, Battlefield 4, yeah.
Yeah.
That's sick.
People are really up in arms about it.
Yeah, people are mad because the Xbox One is 720p and the PlayStation 4 one is 1080p.
Yeah, and I don't know if they've confirmed whether or not that's upscale, but I think Sony came out and said that it's not. It's native 1080p. So
wow,
yeah. What do you think about that? People were mad.
I mean, maybe they did it for performance reasons. I came on the forum and just said, well, it's probably that they're still trying to tweak stuff, and by next year, this may not be an issue. But
is it that big of a difference?
Well, it's, 2.2 times the resolution, 1080p versus 720p, which is kind of crazy if you think about it.
Yeah, and what's hilarious, though? Is all the people like on YouTube all mad, like, oh, you could totally tell a difference, see, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, you're watching it on YouTube.
Right. Yeah, that's
the max resolution that can give you is 720p, and you're probably not even watching it on high def. So it's capped regardless. You're not seeing 1080p on YouTube.
No, YouTube has 1080p.
No, but what I'm saying is a lot of I went and clicked a bunch of the videos that people posted, and they didn't upload it. Like half the ones I watched maxed at 720.
Oh my god!
Like the way somebody uploaded it. You know what I'm saying? And
you could sure tell the difference.
That's exactly what I'm saying. That's my point. I could tell though a light difference. I felt like the X-Bone one was lighter, which personally I like. When I start a game up, I usually set the settings a little bit lighter than they have them as the default, because I feel like it's always real dark for some games, especially those kind of games. So I actually liked when I just looked at the comparison. I was like, I like and of course I couldn't tell between the 720 and the 1080 because the video I was watching didn't even give that option. But I did notice a light difference, and I thought the X-Bone one, I liked the way it looked better.
I would think the general consumer doesn't necessarily know, but
no, of course you don't know.
But once they see it, like you would probably notice it. Like I don't watch a ton of 720 or 1080, but I know that if I see something that's that crisp and clear, that's great. But it's not going to prevent me from getting the type of game or the type of console I want. Because either one, they're still going to be powerful, but I would much rather have a lower frame rate and less drag than a high frame rate and more drag. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather keep everything consistent. Maybe
that's why I was going to ask about the PS4 version. Like, does it have some frame rate problems, or
that's what I'll be curious to know. Yeah.
They say it's killing it, but I mean, they could say whatever they want until it's out and everybody's like, this isn't killing it. And you're like,
well, yeah, because they have those demos all, tighten up and everything, they make sure that those demos are like crystal clear. But what happens if Joe Blow puts it in and doesn't have all the highest settings and doesn't have everything that they have? And, we'll see what happens.
It could be too that they're kind of still developing it like with last gen in mind. Like, because when Call of Duty 2 came out on the Xbox 360, I mean, it ran at a solid 60 frames a second.
Wow.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
Because they hadn't, tried to throw all that crap in there yet. Like, the Dead Space example, they hadn't tried to do crazy things with the environment yet, so it ran really well.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. But everybody wants big backgrounds now and just tons of detail. And, I think there's a time and a place for that, but not for a freaking first-person shooter. You're just there to see your target, shoot them, and move on. You don't have to have these massive, elaborate backgrounds.
Yeah, I kind of like them, though.
I mean,
I was going to say,
they're awesome.
They did make a difference, like in Black Ops, the original Black Ops. I mean, it was so cool to see, like, you're breaking out of that prison or whatever, and there's all those dudes running in the background and stuff. It was pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
They cram a lot of stuff in those games.
They do.
I love it. Yeah, I don't know. I think you could go back and forth on that for forever, but it's kind of the same way with TVs. Like, the worst place to shop for a television is at a television store.
Right.
Because you see 15 of them next to each other, where when you get it home, regardless, it's going to look good. Mm-hmm. But you're like, oh, this one's a little bit more green than this one over here. This one's a little bit more. You're like, just change the settings.
That was the wrong voice.
Oh, sorry. Which voice goes television shopping?
Do you see, this one has the higher resolution. The gamma's a little bit better.
Okay, I'm sorry.
The hue in this one is a little bit more saturated than the one over here, so I think I'm going to get that one, even though it's $300 more.
Plus, they daisy chain all those connections anyway, so you're not going to get
right,
full on
dead
signal.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's so that poor power. The poor HDMI cables back there are just like, I can't push it any faster. I'm dying.
I'm an HDMI cable. Not a doctor.
That's right.
Oh my gosh, the audio is always off on them too. It sounds like you're in a stadium.
Yep.
What's going on here?
Incredible. Okay, moving on. We have to bring this up. One of us was going to bring this up regardless. So let's just do it. Freaking Walking Dead Season 2 has been announced. And I am so happy.
And we get to play Clem. That's a shocker. I'm super excited about that.
Clementine will be the protagonist, the main character. I love that.
That's great.
And it's coming out this year.
How are they going to do that?
Even more awesome. They must be working their butts off over there.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta imagine too. Like when I got to talk to Dave Fennoy and Gavin Hammond, real quick at the ScoreCon earlier this year, they were saying, they did the all 5 seasons not super fast, but pretty quickly.
Right,
I mean, all 5 episodes.
Right.
And so you just have to imagine that. Graphic wise, they're still doing Wolf Among Us, but they're probably not doing the story still.
Yeah.
So the story's all set, and now they're just, slowly releasing them to the people, I would imagine.
Yeah, I think it could be smart, but it also could backfire, because is that going to take away from sales of The Wolf Among Us? But as Hall, you've mentioned, they're 2 completely different things. So, I mean, for me, I love both of them. So I'm more than happy to play both at the same time.
And that's the thing. All 3 of us will be getting both.
Yeah, that's not a problem. Season passes for all. So
it's too cheap. It's $22. So it's like, for $22 to play something that you're really wanting to play, I'll take it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be very cool. But it's launching on PC and Mac first. Did it do that with Walking Dead?
I don't remember.
I don't remember it doing that.
But I don't think so.
It's coming out at home on your desktops and laptops first. and then it said iOS later. So I don't know what I'm gonna do.
So when will it is it console and PC and Mac first, or you said PC and Mac first?
It's PC and Mac, and then iOS and console later.
Okay.
They didn't say when later was, but later. So I'll probably have to wait
next year for consoles because
longer.
Maybe they want to wait through the holiday season.
Yeah. I would imagine so.
I'd want to bring it out by Christmas.
Yeah.
I mean, that's when, when you talk about CDs and stuff like that, people always want to try to get it in before Christmas because your sales grow, because not only do you buy it for yourself, but you buy it for someone else.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So, not that I have anybody to buy Walking Dead for, but, there's plenty of people out there that probably would buy that for someone in their lives.
Yeah, they'd be smart to release it on Christmas when everybody gets their PSN cards and stuff for Christmas.
Yeah,
it's a good
point. Yep,
or
okay.
Xbox Live cards or whatever. So
yeah. They've had 21 million episodes sold already of the first season of Walking Dead.
Good for them.
And 400 days.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So that's great. It'll be 5 episodes again. And my only thing that I'm getting caught up on is if any decisions, since you're playing as Clem, if any decisions from season 1 go to season 2, then I feel like I need to replay season 1 on the Vita.
Yeah, go for it. I think they do. I think all of your decisions, including the 400 days, everything is calculated and everything gets passed along to season 2. I could have sworn I saw that somewhere. That
I think that's what they said. So.
I think they keep track of everything all the decisions that you've made.
Yeah, so, exactly.
That's cool, man. I'm for it. That's great.
Yeah, really cool. Hall, did you have anything else?
I think I had one other thing. Let me check.
If you're looking, I have some.
We were talking about Titanfall last week.
There we go. That's what I was going to.
And so we were saying, this could pull like a Mass Effect 2 or something, but no, they said it's not coming to
it's
anything else.
But I think it still could do what you're saying.
It could still jump. They could still do Titanfall 2 as a multi-platform game.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's no way that there's no way that they're not going. They're going to deny an entire market of people who play PlayStation. I mean, they're going to do it because it's exclusive to Xbox One now. But I think you're right. It's got to be like Titanfall 2 will come out on all consoles, and then maybe a couple months later, then they'll re-release Titanfall for PS3. Or
it kind of makes sense. Well, it kind of makes sense because I don't think it's got some story to it, but it's a multiplayer only game, pretty much, right?
It's multiplayer only?
It's either multiplayer only or it's very similar to Brink, where even though you're playing a single player game, it's still kind of like leading you through a multiplayer experience.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay. Well,
that makes sense.
That's what I've heard, and it kind of makes sense for it to. I mean, I don't think it's a platform exclusive because Microsoft locked it up. I think it's a platform exclusive because those guys were very familiar with the Xbox platform, so they just went for it.
I can see that.
Because those were the big Call of Duty guys. And I'm pretty sure that they were working on the Xbox version, whereas they hired a separate team to do the PS3 version of the original Call of Duty games, like Call of Duty Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2 and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure that they hired more of a team and they worked only on the Xbox version. I could be wrong about that, though.
That's interesting. But you still can't deny the other half of the entire gaming community. You know? I mean, at some point there is...
Sure you can. Well, they do it with, they do it with Last of Us. They do it with,
that's true.
A bunch of games. I mean, a bunch of games are exclusives to something
like this, though, like especially if it's a first-person shooter, like it's got to go the way of Mass Effect, and it's got to go the way of Call of Duty and all these other ones. Not that Call of Duty was ever an exclusive. Was it ever an exclusive to Xbox?
Call of Duty 2 was.
2 was. Okay.
Oh, 2 was. Yeah.
So I don't know. They would make a ton more money if they open it up. It's fine though. Like I'm really curious to see how this goes, and I think it's going to be an amazing game. But you know what? In the meantime, then I'll just play Destiny. How about that?
I know that's right.
So
Well, we'll get to see something about the game because it's coming to 360, so I'll pick it up on there.
And PC, baby.
Oh, there you go.
That's awesome. So did you guys see that Target ad that leaked for the
buy two get one?
Yes,
amazing.
I feel like that's a pretty good deal. So a Target ad leaked this week, showing for the week of the PS4 release, they're going to be doing a buy two get one free deal on PS4 games.
Wow.
So the games that were shown in the ad were Killzone Shadowfall, Knack, NBA 2K14, Madden 25, FIFA 14, Assassin's Creed 4, Battlefield 4, and then it says, and other games in store as well. So I think that's a pretty freaking good deal for out of the gate.
Yeah,
I think there's going to be riots at Target when that happens. I think people are going to get beat down because that's pretty incredible. Because throughout this year we've been hearing about all these games and PS4 and Xbox One and all this stuff. To get two games for the price of one right off the bat,
oh my gosh,
pretty
so
stinking.
Good.
That's a pretty
three
stinking
games
great
for the
deal.
price of two.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry. So yeah, that's awesome because when I got Assassin's Creed 4 right on the sticker, right on the cover, big old sticker says you can upgrade to PS4 for $10. So, to save yourself all that aggravation and even more money to get a second game for free, holy cow. There will be riots, my friend. There will be riots.
That is pretty amazing. Could you imagine, like, when does Ghost come out? Does Ghost come out during that next ad?
Oh, Lord.
Because then you could pick up, like, Battlefield 4, Assassin's Creed 4, and Ghost.
Oh my God.
For the price of two games.
I think that's what I'll be doing because it'll average out to be $40 a game. So, that's
a good buy price.
A really great buy price for brand new, for spanking brand new as far as like,
next gen, brand new,
Yeah, some of these next gen games. Here's the thing though. It's the week of the 10th. So the 10th, obviously, I say obviously, I don't mean obviously, it's just a filler, but the 10th goes through Sunday the 10th through, where is it?
Saturday the 16th?
Saturday the 16th. So
right.
That's all I think it's a weekly ad. So the games don't come out till the 12th. Some games come out the 12th, which is 3 days before the PS4 comes out. And then some will come out alongside the PS4 on the 15th.
Wow.
So really, I think you only have, 2 days to buy some of those games. So Target's going to be hit up if they're
and my prediction would be the following week will be for Xbox One, don't you think?
Yeah, that's what I would imagine. But it's a week. It's a week. It's 2 weeks after, really.
Oh man,
right?
do not go into
just the 15th to the one. Yeah,
do not go into Target for those 2 weeks if you want to live.
Yeah,
my wife's gonna be like, "What just happened?"
I know. I'm like, babe, don't go in there. Don't go in there for toilet paper right now. Go to Kroger. Go to Kroger instead. Go there.
Gabe, did you do the PS3 launch?
No, I didn't. I didn't get a PS3 till late because I couldn't afford it when it came out. It was too expensive. Remember that thing was like $700 or something crazy.
Yeah, I bought 2.
You did?
Yeah.
All right, money bags.
I know, seriously.
What?
That was fun.
Mr. Wigglesworth over here.
Right, man.
That was pretty darn fun.
Tim also drinks with his pinky out.
No, it was crazy because when we did the PS3 launch, so we had been everywhere and there were huge lines. And then we went to this Walmart and there was like no line. And there were like 2 other people standing there in electronics and they were like, all right, let's make a line.
Wow.
So,
and then did you sell one?
I sold both of them.
Oh.
I thought I was going to keep one, but what happened was they didn't really gain value as much as the Xbox did. So the value was just not there. I mean, we made money off of them, but I didn't make enough to want to keep the second one. So,
right, exactly.
Wow.
It's because they were so expensive, man. Golly.
Yeah, but you got a Blu-ray with it, man.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, we really wanted to keep it. We were like, man, we should, but we really can't justify it. And I already had a 360 anyway.
And the first ones were backwards compatible.
Yeah, that was cool. But the first ones were only like a 60 gig hard drive.
Yeah, but how easy is it to switch them out? You didn't know anything about games taking up that much space back then.
Yeah, That's true.
We're talking about some of these games
are
are talking about being 250 gigs
Yeah,
installed. You know what I mean? That's going to be half your hard drive.
250 gigs?
I saw one of them. It was 250 gigs. I got it down, but like originally, what game was it? Was it Titanfall? Originally, it was going to be huge.
Oh, it has to be.
I don't remember what game it was,
to be.
but one of the games originally was going to be like 290 gig of install. They were like,
"Good Lord!" Well, even
let's not do that.
That's like 3 discs.
I'm just kidding. I don't think it was that big. But
when Battlefield 3 was free on PlayStation Plus, that was 4 gigs to download.
Yeah, that was big. There was a 7 gigger one I just downloaded.
Yeah, that was massive.
I remember. But it was something was going to be 250 something, and it was going to be some massive after all the, I don't know what it was. I should have looked it up. I should have even brought it up.
It's all right.
Okay, real quick before we get into, because we got to do some questions and things like that up in here. But I did want to mention that EA and Tiger Woods have broken up.
Yes, they have.
Oh,
Not together no more. Which I was really interested, in the fact that they stayed around for so long, like through his, not playing good, through 15 females or however many.
Right, yeah.
But they stuck with him and kept his name on the video game up until this point. I think that's pretty incredible that they stuck by him for so long.
Yeah.
well, they did change it up there for a few years. They called it like the Masters or something weird.
And they
featuring
just put
Tiger Woods.
Yeah, exactly. They just put the flag on the cover, like he wasn't even on the cover.
Just call it TW or something.
Right, T-dubs.
T-dubs clubs.
It's like the streets version, how they do like the NBA street.
Man, you could hit a 9-iron and your woman at the same time.
Oh gosh.
Oh lordy.
Oh, that's not good.
So, but I thought that was cool that they've stuck with him until this long, and then there's no like knee jerk reaction. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, they did that because this. It's like, hey, we're just moving on. It's been a long time. And, it's not like Madden. Madden stays on there for forever, even though Madden's not on there no more.
Right. Yep. I'm with you. Yeah, it's interesting that they're going through all that now versus because man, he got dropped like a bad habit when all that initially started, and I'm surprised
everybody was dropping him.
They were like, okay, we're done with him. See ya. And
people were dropping him. He wasn't even sponsored by like water. It was like, I don't want to be associated with Tiger Woods no more. You can't take no more showers.
That's right.
You can't take no more showers.
That's good.
All right. I want to tell people about the poll results really quick before we jump into the questions. The poll from last week, Dope or Nope, Next Gen cometh. We got a lot of PS3 gamers around here, which I love. We got a lot of Sony guys, so it was a little lopsided. It probably wasn't a true representation of America. But Chris had asked y'all, what were you guys going to pick up right away? A bunch of you guys said PS3. A couple of you guys said Xbox. So it was like 48 people said PS3. PS4, sorry. 7 people said Xbone.
Wow. 12
people said they would wait. And then 10 people wrote in. You could write in and say, say your piece about it. And a lot of people said they were just going to wait it out. Like you guys were saying, spring, summer of next year.
Yeah.
Some people were like, when Second Son comes out, I'll get it. Some people were like, when I get my tax return, I'll get it. I was like,
there you go.
That sounds about right.
That's a good idea.
That's a great idea.
And then Chris has got a new poll on and popping. And the poll is, what platform do you play on the most? Not what's your favorite, but what do you play on the most? And it ranges from consoles to handhelds to phones, tablets, or PC. So go answer the poll, and we'll put a link up for it on the Twitter and the Facebook.
It's at marriedtothegames.com, the homepage.
Yes, it's right there. And I'd have to say Vita this last week for me was the platform that ruled it for me. So you know where to find us. You know where to vote for the poll. Married to the Dames. Which we all are, but we
just go British. Do we go British all of a sudden?
We're also marriedtothegames.com. Don't go to marriedtothedames.com. That could be something completely different.
Yes.
You can find us on Twitter, MTTGcast. You can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/marriedtothegames, YouTube, youtube.com/married to the games. Podomatic, I think we're still on there. Holding on. I don't think I've updated it in forever. I need to. Xbox Music. So we're all over the place. Google us if you can't find us. We're pretty easy to find though. So let's get into some questions.
Facebook, here we go. Lucas Ham Swisher, our boy. So, do you guys have any video game or unique pet peeves? For example, when playing some co-op, I get pretty irritated when the other player hogs all the enemies or takes power-ups when they don't need them. Also, I don't like it when cutscenes are skipped. So video game pet peeves. Yeah, I think I haven't run into a ton of pet peeves yet. I would say maybe an option to skip cutscenes sometimes, because I know in some games, like even in the first Dead Space, like I died like 1 or 2 times and I had to go through the whole cutscene all over again. I'm like, oh, really? Let's just get to it. I know what I need to do now. So exactly. To be able, and most developers have that option now. But
Plants vs. Zombies 2 don't.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Golly.
So that would be mine.
Hall?
I can't think of any recent ones, but I know when I would play those brawler games, the 2-player beat 'em up games.
Mm-hmm.
Every time your friend would die, they had the option of pressing start, and they would take one of your lives.
I remember that on some of those.
That
sucked. There you go.
I didn't like on this newest, not the newest one, but on the first Mario Brothers Wii that came out, that you couldn't pass each other. You would bump each other. And so trying to play with some kids every now and then, they would just like bump me into a hole. And I was like, well, thanks. You have 0 lives and we're supposed to depend on you.
Yeah.
And so that was a pet peeve of mine when people don't like, and I know this is stupid. They're video games, but like I take co-ops a little serious. I'm like, let's beat this thing. Not, like that's what's fun, not just like shooting each other or bumping each other into a hole. Let's have fun with this thing and beat this freaking crap. So that's probably my pet peeve is people not taking co-op serious.
There you go.
That sounds so stupid.
No, that's perfect.
Come on, this game is serious.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We're playing a video game, but it is serious.
Yeah, what you think this is, a game? You're like, yeah.
Kind of, yeah. All right.
Exactly what it is.
Quiley A. Cox. Question. How do you guys feel about trading in your games? Even after I beat a game, I don't trade them in. I don't really know why, but I'm not a fan of trading in my games. Maybe I'm a collector of things and don't really know it. Laugh out loud. I actually just traded 2 games yesterday at Best Buy. And it just depends. If there's potential for you to play it again, I usually keep all of my games. It's the games that either I just know I'm never going to play, and I may have bought them initially when they first came out, and I look at them and I'm like, when you look at a game, you're like, I just don't think I'm going to play it. I think that's the time when trade it in and give it to somebody else, and then go get something that you will play. But I've kept most of the games that I've purchased, and just because I'm old school and I like to hold them and just be able to look at that, and I like having a stack of games. I think it's kind of fun.
Yeah, I don't know if this falls into the same category, but I do like reselling my games. I don't trade in because I feel like the value is awful, and I'm not going to pay $60 to go back to that same store and them giving me $3 back. I think it's almost like, I don't know. It's just like something about that bugs me. And I need to sell my games because I'm not like Mr. Go to Disney 4 times or Mr. Buy 2 PlayStation 3s. And so I need the money to keep this crack habit up. So I'm more for reselling my games and knowing that and then I get to see the interaction to someone who wants to play the game and something like that, which I think is kind of cool. And on eBay, I usually hit the person up. Is like, hey, this is a great game. Thanks for buying it, kind of things. Check out marriedtothegame.com. I've only done that once, but it was awesome.
I sell my games on Amazon, so
Is that an easy
But-
process?
Yeah, it's pretty easy. I mean, it's easier than eBay. There's no listing fee or anything.
What? But there's got to be some kind of fee, right?
There's a fee when you sell it.
That's
Same
what
thing as
eBay is. All their
Yeah.
listing fees are waived pretty much, and they try to use it as they use it as a commercial. They're like, "Hey, if you list now, it's free." I'm like, "I've never paid to list it. I've only paid to after I've
Man,
sold
when
it."
I used eBay, I used to have to pay to list. Like it was 89 cents or something weird like
yeah,
that.
they've
weird.
waived a bunch of that stuff.
I mean, I don't really mind that much. I would prefer not to sell them, but the thing about it is, kids and wives and 9 to 5s, we can't hold on to everything.
Exactly.
So I would prefer to keep them just because they're kind of a trophy. Like once you've beat a game, you just sit it back on the shelf and you can always go back and look at it later or play it later or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I like that.
I would prefer to keep.
Yeah, I like that because you feel a sense of accomplishment. You're like, I played all these games, or I have no life and I played all these games.
Yeah, exactly.
It could go either way, but
Yeah.
I like it. It's cool. Good question. All right, let's move on to Twitter. Robbie Stelton poll at SpiderDude64. What do you think of PS4 games releasing? SpiderDude 64.
Spider did.
What do you think of PS4 games releasing before the system comes out? Yeah,
They
that's
try to make that buddy, baby.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's all a lot of hype. I like the idea of being able to upgrade if you want, but yeah, I mean, I think they're just trying to create hype for their games and for their consoles, and some people like to do it and some people don't. Me, I'd rather wait until I actually have it, and then I would purchase those games.
Nice.
Gabe?
I just think they just try to make that money. I'm not mad at
Yeah.
them for bringing. I think some people were like, well, you release on Tuesday. That's what you do, and so they're releasing on Tuesday, which is a couple days before the PlayStation comes out. I ain't mad at that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good question.
Yeah, that's great. Hall, what about you?
Unless Hall, did you want to say something? Did you have something
No, I
to
got
add?
nothing to add.
Yeah, I didn't
You guys
think
nailed
so.
it.
Besides, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
moving on then. Michael Guthrie at Calmed Fury. Titanfall is not coming to PlayStation. Does this change anything about your next-gen system purchases? I'm staying with PS4. Yeah, no, not that. That wouldn't be the main factor for me in changing. If there were like 3 or 4 games that were like Titanfall that I was super excited for, that were exclusive, then maybe. But one game is not going to change my mind on it.
Yeah, me neither. I'll get an Xbox One maybe, and when they stop doing all that Kinect stuff.
There you go.
When they're like, hey, you don't have to buy it with the Kinect. Here, it's $100 cheaper.
We were just kidding. Here's $100 less.
Just playing. Oh, speaking of, I'm so mad we didn't come up with this. They're coming out with, I don't know who's coming out with it. I just saw it. You can buy it. It's a little like sleeve that goes on your Xbox, on your Kinect, the new Kinect, which blocks the camera.
No.
So like, if you just have it in your house and you feel like blocking the camera, you can do that. I was like, why didn't we invent that? We were complaining about that. We could have made some money.
We could have made some money on
we
that.
just put a sock over it.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, gross.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I don't
Brian?
think Titanfall doesn't. It's like you're saying. If they had like 3 or 4 or 5 games that look like on the level of Titanfall, and they were all coming out and all announced, they're like, look, this is Xbox One, y'all. Not like, hey, you can watch TV and do your fantasy football halfway through the fantasy football season. I'd be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Those
sign me up.
Exactly. I was like, man, football's gonna be half over by the time this. Anyway,
It's very true.
So I'm with you. Yeah, Titanfall doesn't change anything.
Hall? Yeah.
Yeah. No. Since I'm not buying anything right now anyway, I get to sit back and kind of watch how these launches go and all the reactions. And
I might be on here crying 2 weeks from now, like, I don't know what I did to deserve this.
I'm with you, Hall. I kind of like to people watch, and in this case, next gen watch, just because I'm curious to see what everyone says and what problems, if any, and hopefully for our boy Gabe, who's getting this PS4 on day one, you won't have a whole lot of problems. But it's fun to watch and see you panic over it. It'll be fun.
I just don't get it. I work so hard for this money, and for you to put out something like this that just breaks in like 4 months and I didn't get the warranty extension, even though Hall told me
I didn't buy 2 of them.
I didn't buy 2 of them because I'm not rich. Sorry.
Oh, that's fun. Anyway, all right, let's go. Brian Armstrong at Silent Fury 007. Do you guys have time to exercise between work, family, games, and podcasting? If so, how do you fit it in?
My job.
Yeah, I like to do squats a lot and lunges.
I do wall sits.
I do wall sits. No, actually, I do exercise because I'm old and
and things are starting to fall out of place.
Yeah,
like, what's my kneecap doing in the kitchen?
Yeah, Gabe and I aren't there yet. Tim's got us beat.
Yeah, so I do it out of necessity, and now that I have Piper, like I don't want to be the dad for her that can't do stuff physically with her. Like I want to be able to just run around and play with her, and I do, and it's great. She keeps me nice and busy, and I always want to keep it that way. I never want to be hindered by anything with her. So so I do, and I usually do my workouts in the morning. I used to bike ride, but that I used to take like 2-hour bike rides, like 25, 35 miles, that kind of stuff. I just don't have the time to do that anymore. And I don't necessarily like to run very much. So I do a lot of, I lift weights, and I've got a dumbbell set here. And so I do a good 30, maybe 45 minutes sometimes if I'm feeling good, and just get something in. So I got the blood pumping, and I usually do it in the mornings because trying to do it after work, you're just exhausted. And then I think sometimes you can talk yourself out of it more in the evening.
Oh yeah.
So I like to do it when you're up, when you just get up and do your thing.
I know I just said it as a joke, but our show is very physical.
Yes, it is
physically demanding. And so
I thought you were talking about the podcast. I was like, what is he talking about?
No, my job that I do, and it's 4 nights a week, and it's like an hour and a half show. And so there's a lot of jumping around. I'm playing the trumpet. I'm playing quads, and so there's a lot of activity that goes on. So that really does become my workout. I should have done something while we've been off this month, because I'm gonna get back and do the show next week and be like, hey, hold on. Oh totally. Gosh, hold on, please.
That's funny.
You'll
get right back
really
into
is
it.
My answer, yeah. Paul?
Yeah. Just go on a walk.
There you go.
Listen to the podcast and go on a walk.
Go on a walk. That. Nice.
Yep, I like that too.
There's nothing better than walking. You'll still have your knees when you're older.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
I'm not going to have anything when I'm older. I can already tell.
And if you're walking or running right now, just keep going. You can do it.
Yeah,
I believe in you.
We believe in you.
That's right. Good question. At Shay Corville. Quick fire question. Hall, your favorite Halloween costume? Router. Last year you trick-or-treated. Gabe, top 3 favorite candies. So Hall, we'll start with you. What was your favorite Halloween costume?
Went as the Terminator one year, and that was pretty cool.
Sweet.
I always wanted to go as Harry and Lloyd from Dumb and Dumber, like the scene where they have the orange and blue tuxes.
Oh, that's so great.
We just never.
You can still do it. You can still do it.
Yeah,
I can do it now. So,
the last year I trick or treated. Oh, good Lord. I don't even remember.
The year Hall was born?
The year Hall was born, because I'm old.
Could be.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. It's been how about this? Too long to tell. How about that?
Oh, right. That's not good.
Gabe,
that's
top
awesome.
3.
When did Thriller come out again?
Right. That's awesome. Oh, I hate you both. No, it's all
awesome.
good.
That's so great.
All right, so Gabe, your top 3 favorite candy?
Reese's Cups.
Yes.
Reese's Pieces.
I think I see a trend here.
Yes, there's a bit of a trend.
And Reese's Big Cups.
Whatever kind of generic peanut butter chocolate cup. No, but seriously, I love Reese's Cups. I love Reese's Pieces. And I'm trying to think of like a third. Cookie dough? Like out of the tube? Like I love
That's so
cookie
awesome.
dough. Or like cookie dough ice cream.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's good stuff.
That's good stuff.
So yeah,
Good question. Thanks for the little mini quickfire.
I
I
love
like that.
Yeah, that was a great
All right.
creative.
We got 2 more questions.
All right, I got to step up for a second. You're back.
Okay.
He's always got to hand off his money for the drug deal that he's got going on.
That's
this
right.
morning.
He's got to go. That's how he got his 2 PlayStations, dude. Come on.
That's like his that guy who wins the lottery in that commercial where he's like, oh, I got to go to work, and he just goes out to the mailbox and then comes back and she's like, how was your day? He's like, pretty good, because he gets money just continually in the mail.
Exactly.
That's Hall.
That is Hall. So Kyle Hall at Marvel Zombie 616. What's your favorite PSN or Xbox Live download only title?
Ooh,
For me, it's Dead Nation.
I never played Dead Nation.
Yeah, I didn't either. For me, for PSN, I think it was Journey. Wasn't that only a download only?
That was download only. Yeah,
that was freaking fantastic. That was a great game. I think that's my only download only title that I have. Well, besides Walking Dead, which I guess was all downloads at the time.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say Walking Dead because at the time it wasn't out on. I have to say Walking Dead because that was my first. I think that might have been my first PSN download. No, that can't be right.
Oh,
I think it was though.
Really? Wow.
No, because I downloaded like Wheel of Fortune and stuff like that. But
you downloaded Wheel of Fortune
like that. I love those games.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I have to say Walking Dead's definitely favorite PSN.
Oh, that's good.
Download.
What was Dead Nation anyway?
It was a zombie game, and gosh, I didn't play it, so I can't speak on it. But I just remember people really did enjoy it.
Gotcha. Okay, last question. If Hall can get back for it, we'll see. Our Geeks with Wives and Capes crew hit us up again as they always do. So thank you for your question.
Yeah, you guys
What
are awesome.
horror movie? Yeah, what horror movie would make a great video game, and what would the gameplay be like?
Oh gosh.
I thought about when I read this question. I thought about it, and the first thing that popped up, 7.
Ooh.
Which wasn't really a horror movie per se,
but
because
like
it was more like a
thriller
detective. But dude, that movie freaked me out. It was so good.
Yeah, a mix of 7 and
creepy
LA
as
Noir.
all get out. There you go. Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah,
and it would probably, and the gameplay would be like LA Noir.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it's
where you would.
Yeah, you're a detective and trying to find the guy.
Dude, we're onto something here. We are onto something here.
All kind of good ideas today.
Yep.
Lord of mercy.
And not getting any money for it.
Exactly. Well, I want to read, we obviously do a question of the week for everybody else, and we'll stall until Hall can get back. Last week's question was, are you ashamed of your gamer tag, and would you change it if you could? Nobody said yes but one guy. I was like, oh, snap. Everybody's thought through their gamer tags really well, except for Gabe. So, like I was saying, I wish I could change mine. There's Joey McPherson, Irish Joe 13 is his handle, and he says he would change it if he could. And I was like, yes. And he was like the last comment. I was like, everybody was like, love mine. Nope, I wouldn't. Oh, mine is awesome. I was like, jeez. I should have thought through mine a little bit longer. I thought Sabbath Gray was dope at the time, and then I got older and I was like, that is stupid.
What was the motivation? Was it just total spur of the moment thing? Like for me, like when I started I think mine's just T Router. I'm like, that's what I always do. It's like, that's my identifier. Like I didn't come up with anything cute or anything. It's just like, hey, here's my first initial, last name. Yeah, it's my name. Because I think that's pretty unique in and of itself. But
yeah, I don't know where it even came from. I think I just put 2 words together and I was like, that kind of sounds cool. And at first it was it something else? I can't even tell you. I've had that name for forever.
That's so funny.
So, it went back to Counter-Strike days.
I think next time
I'm back.
Yay!
Hey, yeah.
Welcome back.
Hall, let me just backtrack real quick. What was your favorite PSN or Xbox Live download only title? Kyle Hall wants to know. Your favorite
one?
I said Journey for me because I was on the PSN, and then Gabe said The Walking Dead because originally it was download only.
I mean, that was my first thought that entered my head when you said that, and I was like, oh, well, it came out on disc. but
Yeah.
I think that still counts.
Yeah, because it didn't come out
Yeah.
till later on.
I mean,
with
it
you.
was a download-only game.
Yeah, Kyle's was Dead Nation. He said that was his favorite.
Oh my gosh, that game is good.
See, nice.
Yeah,
There it is.
Wow.
Okay, ask him the other.
And then the other question that Geeks with Wives and Capes had asked was, what horror movie would make a great video game, and what would the gameplay be like? And Gabe and I came up with a great one that we're going to try and sell to somebody, combining the movie Seven, which isn't really a horror movie as much as more of like a thriller, but it had like some really gruesome scenes in it. And then, so we would combine Seven with LA Noire, so it would be kind of that style of gameplay. I thought that would be pretty cool.
Man, that's really cool.
Right? We're onto something. But
It'd
do you
be
have
kind
an
of
idea?
cool if they. Well, I was going to say it'd be kind of cool if they did an adventure game with like the Jason universe or whatever.
Like
So
the
like you're a
Friday the
detective
13th?
trying to solve a murder mystery surrounding Jason, and then you encounter him or something.
Nice. I like that.
Hey, I
that
like
might
that.
be kind of cool.
That's really cool.
Like
like
something from the outside. So like, you know, you're a detective investigating the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Or
Oh, good.
Just
That's a
something
good
where
one.
they can create a whole new story.
Or we could combine Scream and Let's Dance for Kids.
What?
That sounds so amazing right now.
That's worse than Star Wars Connect, man.
There you go.
Shoot. I don't
Actually,
know.
it
That
might
Han
be
Solo song was awesome.
That's
Oh
awesome.
my gosh.
Okay,
That's the worst
cool.
thing ever.
So,
if you're wondering what we're talking about, go to YouTube and look up Star Wars Connect Han Solo.
yeah, or I'm Han Solo.
I'm Han Solo.
Ugh.
It's awesome.
You'll love it.
It's a Jason Derulo song, where they've repurposed it for Han Solo. Anyway, our question to you guys this week is, what's your Halloween costume? Are you dressing up this year? Are your kids dressing up? What are you? And then a sub question, what was your go-to as a kid? I always had a go-to as a child when Halloween would come up and my mom was like, hey, what do you want to be for Halloween? And I didn't know. I hadn't thought about it. My go-to was always going to be Mike Jackson.
Nice.
Michael Jackson. Get me a glittery jacket and some
Nice.
white socks, and let's moonwalk around the neighborhood. So I want to know what you guys' Halloween costumes are this year, and let me know as well what maybe your go-to was as a kid, if you had one that you went to all the time. Use answer MTTG. Do either of you guys have one?
Yeah, I'm actually this year I found it in Target. I'm going to be Where's Waldo.
Nice.
So
Nice.
so I totally copped out. I would love to like do like a full on like figure something out. I was even thinking of putting together like a Dead Space style costume and be Isaac, which would be
that could be cool.
But it would take so long. But
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I love doing that. I love Halloween anyway, so it's so much fun. And since we always have this little party, like if people dress up, great. But now that Piper's as she gets older, like I want to be out there with her dressed up as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you
exactly.
become that kid again. So
I love when the dads do it with the kids.
oh yeah, it's awesome. But growing up, I always went for the Star Wars costume. So I was Boba Fett, Chewbacca. And you know, they always had that little slit where your mouth was and like the two little like hole punches for your nose. So it would always be like sweating and like you could barely breathe and you can't really see either. So yeah, it was fun. I loved it. But yeah, I always went to Star Wars.
I was checking Target and they didn't have what I was looking for. I was trying to find the African American video game podcaster outfit.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna check Walmart.
How'd that
I
work
think
out
Walmart
for you?
might have it.
There you
Walmart
go.
will have it. Hall, what about you?
Go to. Honestly, I don't know. Would I do Ninja Turtles at this age? Maybe.
No, but I'm saying, what as a kid did you do over and over? Did you do one over and over
I
again?
did.
when
I
you were a
probably
kid?
did Ninja Turtles over and over. I don't remember.
There you go.
I did
trying
Ninja
to
Turtles
think.
when it wasn't Halloween.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, that's in your own personal time, buddy. That's personal time.
Anytime I could get my hands on a green towel, I was a Ninja Turtle.
No, dude,
like, it's my shell.
I remember having a pretty good Ninja Turtle costume.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, that would probably be it.
Somebody, I was just checking our Twitter, and just because it's Halloween related, and this is the Halloween episode, I wanted to read this question real fast. I know we have to go. Everybody's got to go to work. But it said, and he just did this an hour ago, so I'm glad I looked at it. ST57PRD. at ST57PRDWH. Would you rather wear Master Chief's armor for the rest of your life, which correlated with the tweet I sent out last week where Amazon was selling the Master Chief outfit, or be stuck in Raccoon City for a day after the outbreak? Raccoon City is Resident Evil.
Yeah, I take the
Resident
armor.
Evil world. The armor for the rest of your life?
Yeah, why not?
I'd do Raccoon City.
I'd be well protected.
From what?
I don't know, whatever. From an outbreak like Raccoon City.
Exactly.
So there
I'll
you
take
go.
both.
Yeah.
I'll take Raccoon City for a night and just pray I can make it. Then wear Master Chief's outfit. Could you imagine regular life in Master Chief's outfit? You would look ridiculous and be hot.
Are you kidding? I'd be a boss. I would
You'd have to be a villain or something. You couldn't be a
gold
superhero.
plate it. I would like pimp it all out. It'd be amazing.
You would hook up with Exhibit and pimp your
seriously, dude.
Halo costume.
I get spinners on the shoulder blades. It'd be amazing. I'd be riding dirty, man. I'd be riding dirty.
Dude,
that's so funny.
We need to buy that Master Chief costume and make a web series with like Master Chief doing real life things, like going to the bank.
My gosh,
I will do it.
Going to a cookout.
Should we do that?
No problem, man.
That
would be amazing.
That's kind of brilliant. Like him at Starbucks trying to like just order.
We just kind of gave away that idea.
Yeah, crap. We're giving away too many ideas.
Hey, no, copyright 2013. I'm saying
That's right.
I think if you say it afterwards, it copyrights it, right?
So the first one will be me walking into a Starbucks getting a pumpkin spice latte.
Yeah, exactly. But it has to be like some super frilly drink in this manly outfit. Yeah, I'd be like, hold the this, hold the that, add this, take this away in a small cup, pour it into a bigger cup.
Can I have non-fat milk, please?
Exactly.
Non-fat milk, please.
I got to stay in this. This suit doesn't give, so I need non-fat milk.
I got to be lean and mean for this.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Okay, we need to wrap this up.
Yep. That's a wrap. Thanks for all the questions, everybody. Appreciate it.
Yes, thank you guys. We are going to start playing our video game memory, our favorite video game memory, starting next week, and we will play them every week through Christmas, because it is that season. It's that season to reminisce. It's that season to be thankful. It's the season for giving. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to play those things, and we can kind of take a look back at our favorite video game memories. So thank you guys so much for sending them in. You can still send them in if you want to, and I will fit them in there somewhere. So don't feel like it's too late. It's not too late. I got 3 of them last night. So please still send those in. It'll be awesome. And I'm your boy, Gabe Patillo. That's Tim Router. That's Timothy Hall. Happy Halloween, baby. We are married to the games and up out this thing. Peace.